Hey everybody, it's Meg. I am back this week with a new tarot reading for you. This is the third in my Zodiac signs readings for you guys. If you haven't really caught on to them right now, I'm grouping them by element rather than making 12 individual videos. I feel like that's going to get old really quickly. So we're grouping them by element. I'm going to read for my fire signs today, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is for you, but if you find that you are resonating with these readings outside of those elements, outside of those signs rather, this reading is for you. So thank you for dropping by. Thank you for letting me read your cards. I really appreciate you being here. The first two videos are going to be linked in the description, along with resources where you can find your zodiac sign and all the decks I'm using. Everything is in the description. I've also included links to my website and social media. That way you can get a hold of me outside of YouTube if you would like to. I'm available for commissions, for tarot reading commissions. If you would like to book one with me, I'd be happy to do one for you. And all of my pricing and things are on my website. So yeah, link in the description below. Before we get into the cards, I do want to put a disclaimer on this that one of the decks I'm using for these depicts medical and anatomical drawings. So if you are bothered by that, I understand. If you want to leave and go find another video of mine to watch, or maybe it doesn't have to be mine, it's fine. Maybe I'll see you back on my channel sometime soon. So with that being said, Aries, I would like to start with your reading. So let's get comfortable, let's get cozy, and let's get started. So for your affirmation, Aries, we have, I surrender to a power greater than me. And this is what the card looks like for you. So let's see what can help you surrender to the larger picture, because I feel like this card is coming up. I feel like you're having trouble letting something go. So that is your affirmation card to start off with. So for your guides, we have Jenna. This is someone who has a calming energy. This is someone who is still and quiet. This is someone who gives themselves a chance to separate from the chaos around them and allowing themselves to take a deep breath, process the overwhelm they may be feeling, because I feel like this is something you, let me put it this way. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by something and you're just holding on to it so tightly that you find you're white knuckling it and you can't really let it go. Here's the first start. Calm yourself down. You got it. It's okay. It's okay that you're feeling overwhelmed, because it's real, and what is causing that overwhelm is real. But it's also okay to just loosen up. It's okay. Take it slow. You got this. So that is Jenna. That is your first guide. Your second guide is the horse spirit, and this is calling you to accept your freedom. It's yours. Freedom is yours. Whatever it was that was scaring you and overwhelming you, it's yours. Freedom is yours, right? Yeah, I just checked your affirmation. Surrender. If we're talking about surrender, take a chance to be calm, because it's going to set you free. So that is the horse spirit. Freedom is yours, Aries. Don't forget it. Your moon card is talking about giving rather than taking. This is the new moon in Virgo. So, maybe you're fearful of giving something that maybe you're fearful that you might give too much of yourself in a situation. Perhaps you're not sure what to give, if you can give at all. And it's scaring you because you're unsure. Ultimately, you're unsure. It's time to give in to that fear a little bit. And what I mean by that is look at it through a loving eye and figure out what's causing that fear aside from the giving aspect. I'm getting the idea of losing resources. Maybe that's energetic resources, monetary resource, something physical in your life that you were being asked to surrender or give up. I think in this case it might be energetic reading or an energetic sacrifice, and that scares you. But you are being called to do it. And the thing is that you are guided to give it because you have the support and you have the encouragement to do so. It's okay. Again, like I said, you are guided and you are supported. And if it's a matter of time, take it, because it's going to require a little bit of effort to do so. So that is the new moon in Virgo. This is a time to give rather than take. So for your gemstones, we have shungite. This is calling you to get real with your truth. Get to what you know is true for you. Again, we're talking about giving. This is maybe being realistic and honest about your timetable of doing things, especially if you're having to make an energetic sacrifice, if you're being called to give more than you're ready for. This might be something that you are being called to give gradually. And this is where I'm saying be honest with yourself, because maybe giving what you're being asked to give right away is too much for you right now. This is where I'm saying get real with your truth, because you don't want to exhaust yourself, but you don't want to seem stingy or aloof either. I hope that makes sense. But this is the card for shungite. Your second gemstone is malachite, and this is talking about a transformational energy. I like that this is coming out for you, Aries, because this is, this is talking about, your reading seems to be talking about surrender and giving yourself time and letting go of fear. I feel like it's fair to say that this is a muscle that can be trained. And I mean that figuratively, because none of this is easy. I'm a Taurus, I'm stubborn AF, and I feel like I've been called to do similar work to what this reading is being presented with, what you're being presented with in this reading. And I don't want to imply that you should train yourself to just give, and give, because that could possibly lead you to being taken advantage of. And Aries, you're no dummy. You got a good brain up here. But if you can learn to give within your boundaries, there it is. If you can learn to give within your boundaries, you're going to see a little bit of change. You know, being asked to surrender might come a little bit less, it might not be as tough to do when you're being called to ask of that again, right? I hope this is making sense. But you will see a change if you can do that. So let's hang on to that. This is the card for Malachite. So now we get into your tarot, Aries. So this is your disclaimer, your trigger warning, because I'm using the card that may depict medical and anatomical drawings. Here we have the Three of Elixirs. And this is such a great card for you to get because this is about unity and unity, being among people, celebration. You got your tribe around you. Like I said, you're loved and supported, especially doing a really tough thing. Yeah, you got this. And, you know, we talked about transformation with the card from Malachite. See all these flowers. Something's growing here. And that should really give you some reason to celebrate because, Aries, you're growing and things are changing. And, yeah, you should celebrate this. Love, joy, and bliss. I don't know, let me see if I can get, oh yeah, you can see that pretty clearly. Sometimes I film lives on my phone, so my phone camera's weird. But yeah, you can see what that card says. So hold on to these attributes. So, let me check your affirmation again. Okay. So, if your affirmation is talking about surrendering to a bigger power, I feel like this is what you stand to gain from doing that work. So, yeah, that is the Three of Elixirs. Another tarot for you. Here's some challenges. You might come up against someone that is not feeling your vibe, Aries, and it sucks when it happens, but you're growing, you're changing, you know how to handle what this might bring, maybe this whole situation. Let me put it to you this way. This is a summary of your whole situation, what you've been through in the last month, couple of months, however long your timetable was, and you've had to really get honest with yourself and with others. You're being asked to give something that you didn't think anybody wanted, and you're finding it difficult to do that. I'm going to say you've risen to this challenge because you've changed and you've grown, and now you can celebrate that progress. So that is the Two of Stones. Another way I'm going to interpret this, because I just happened to think, in this deck, the Two of Stones is a thematic equivalent to the Two of Pentacles. So you're juggling, you're assessing your priorities, you are giving a lot of thought to where you want to go next and what is going to best serve you if you should go through with that. So, again, I feel like this goes back to giving within your boundaries, that you figured out what those are and what you can give safely. So that is the Two of Stones. And finally for you, this is the card for the Emperor. You're in authority now, Aries, and you are ruling your life. You are taking charge of your life. You have a path that you are proud and specifically following. And well, I feel that you are listening to other people. You're not letting those opinions color your path. You're taking your path and you're going on your own way, and you're figuring things out for yourself. Because ultimately, this is what the universe wanted for you. And I think that is really cool. So hold on to your Emperor energy, Aries. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Again, if you found anything that resonated with you, I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you for letting me read your cards. I did mean to say in the beginning of this video that I will be timestamping these readings, so if you wanted to get to your specific sign, you can do so. So, the next sign that I'm going to be reading for is for Leo. This reading is for you. Let's start with your affirmation. I am the loving energy of the universe. So that's what that looks like. And I want to, let's keep the idea of loving energy in mind as we're doing your reading, Leo. Because as I understand, you're a generous and big personality. And while you are full of fire, you are full of passion and loved as well. So, your guide to start with, we have a Banalaka. And this is a fierce personality. There's a sense of justice and commitment. There's also a sense of a fighter. And I love that this energy came up for you, Leo, because again, you are fierce. You are fierce, but you have a very committed sense of duty to, especially to your tribe, to your pack. I think it's called pride. Leo Lion, I think it's called pride. You know what's up, you know what matters to you, and you're willing to fight it because you're committed to your people. You are committed. So let's hold on to that. Banalaka. It's a good start. The second guide I have for you is the owl spirit. And here this is talking about clarity, about a sense of vision for you. You know what you choose to be committed to. We talked about your tribe. You're committed to being with your pack, and you see very clearly what it is that you need to do for them, even if it's just being a listening ear and a crying shoulder. Cool. So that is the card for the owl spirit. Your next guide is the disseminating moon. So this is talking about exhaling, breathing out, taking a little bit of time to, I'm going to say, process. Doesn't necessarily mean you're overwhelmed with anything. But because your friends, your family, your tribe, your pack matters to you, I feel like this is coming out because you're holding on to a lot. And that's, because you're so committed to making your pack, I'm going to keep using it, you're so committed to making your tribe okay, that maybe you're forgetting to take care of yourself a little bit. it's okay to step back for a little bit and catch a breath, take some in, take some out. You got it. You're doing good for your people, Leo, and it's okay to step back and take care of yourself too. Don't forget to do that. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is the disseminating moon. So there's that. So for your crystals, we have some kunzite. This is talking about getting in touch with love and getting in touch with love and taking care of yourself. You do so much for everybody else that perhaps it's time to commit to taking care of yourself a little more. I'm not trying to imply that you should become self-centered, because I don't know if that's in your disposition to do that. However, like I said with the moon, don't be afraid to take care of yourself too, because you're so committed to everything else. It might be hard to find that time, but if you open yourself up to, love and being loved by someone else, it's going to help you feel better. So that is the card for kunzite. Your next crystal is the zebra jasper. And I don't know if you can see that, but the tagline there is engagement. So you've taken the time out, you've taken the time away to rest and recharge. And now it's time to get back into what you've committed yourself to. This timeline is going to be yours to decide, right? Because you are you, I am me, I know what I would do. The thing with Taurus energy is it's slow moving because it's grounded energy. That grounding, I don't mean to say grounding, but that movement in your energy might be a lot quicker than mine is. I know I would take a very long time to get myself back into what I need to do. But again, you are you. You know what this timeline looks like. Maybe it's a day or two to just, pamper yourself and like, okay, I'm back. What do I need to do for you guys, right? Engage, but decide how that's going to look for you. So, yeah, that is, okay, I did read that right. That is the card for Zebra Jasper. Now to get into your Zodiac, Leo, we have the Four of Coins. So this is a little bit, I'm not going to say nerve-wracking, but it is a little bit surprising to see this, at least in terms of this reading, because we're talking about being committed and just. There's something that's scaring you about doing this giving. Perhaps you're expecting, I'm going to put it this way, perhaps you're expecting not to be supported if you take some time away. And this person, or, this person's holding on to you too tight, and it's like, dude, come on, just let me go for a couple minutes, couple days. I need some recharge time. Maybe this I always equate this to stinginess, especially with finances, but I like to keep it nebulous because it could mean anything that you're really holding back on. Boundaries, I'm sensing that boundaries might be important to you in this case because something or someone is getting into them a little bit, and it's not okay, not doing good. So let's assess this. Let's keep this in mind while we're reading the rest of your tarot. So that is the Four of Coins. The next card I have for you is the Eight of Stones. This is, again, this is skill. This is hard work. This is diligence. Excuse me. You are creating a space for yourself that you have the freedom to be creative in. Okay, here we go. So maybe you are the provider for your family, whether chosen or other, doesn't really matter. You're a provider, and you are working super, super hard to provide for them. You are beyond committed and diligent. You have a tendency to lose yourself in the work. I'm there. I have my Eight of Stones energy, right? And maybe you're afraid that you will lose the resources and the time and the effort because you have to take a break. But taking a break, taking time out is absolutely necessary, because if you keep going the way you're going with this Eight of Stones energy, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but you're going to burn out, and it's going to be, It's like, oh, I get to go carve another bowl today, woohoo, instead of, I get to go carve another day, yeah. Like, the energy is going to be different. You're going to burn out if you don't take the break, because this energy can only get you so far. So, yeah, take a break. It's okay. You're going to be okay. And the last card I have pulled for you is the Five of Pentacles. So again, I feel like this is reinforcing the fear factor of taking some time away, because even though you need to, again, it might feel like you are going to end up in a really bad place if you don't really keep to your commitments. But again, the burnout's going to be real if you don't take the break. The thing with the Five of Pentacles energy is that there is always help. There is always a sanctuary. There is a helper for you if you absolutely need to take a break. You won't be set out in the cold. You have your support system, especially if your pack, if your tribe, if your pride, if your people really love, they matter to you. They love that you are there for them. But you gotta be there for yourself too. And if someone's on the phone with you 20 times a day, boundaries. Something's chipping in, and there is help. Ultimately, with this, there is help, and you can take the break if you need to. So, Leo, that reading is for you. If anything resonated with you, I'm really happy to have done your cards. Again, there is a timestamp to each individual reading that I have done in this video, so please go ahead and find your sign if you are a Leo. If you resonated outside of being Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I'm glad that I could help. Now, on that note, I'm going to move on to my Sagittarius reading for you. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for sitting in on this reading. I'm really excited to do this for you. So Sagittarius, your affirmation is attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay, so there's been a situation where you're not with someone you thought you would be with. Excuse me. There's some help. There's a need there, and I hope this reading can help you figure out what you need to do to get there. So let's keep that in mind. Your guides to start, we have Sauvage. Here there is some wild, untamed energy. This person might be mysterious because you can't pin them down, right? Maybe this is you. But again, I feel like this energy it's just all over, and it's difficult to pin down because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know why any of what's happening is happening. But you are fairly certain that, I don't want to say certain that you will pin it down, because I don't think it can be pinned down. But there's certainly something, I'm going to say, frustrating about maybe this person, this energy, because it's not letting you get comfortable. So pay attention to that, because I think I feel like that's going to come into play later. So let's see how that works. But this is Sauvage. Your next card is the Spider Spirit. This is asking you to make your dreams real. So given that I just talked about frustration and that I just talked about needing some help, I think this is interesting because this is asking us to make our dreams real. I think I've already said that. If I haven't, there it is again. We're being held back by something that is causing us to be judgmental or fearful. There's something in your way, Sagittarius, and it's not allowing you to feel settled and comfortable because it's challenging you and you're not comfortable with it. There it is. All right, let's go with that. So that is the Spider Spirit. Your moon is void of course, and the card is the void of course, and it's saying that if you continue holding on to your fear and to your judgment, nothing's going to come of it. Nothing is going to change. You will constantly be stuck, and it's not going to be helpful down in the long run because you have goals that you want to achieve. You have things that you want to do, but you're not, you don't feel that you're able because you're being put behind a wall by your fear. Nothing's going to come of that fear if you continue holding on to it. So that is the void of course moon. The card that I have for your first crystal is agate. And I like that this is coming up for you, Sagittarius, because it's asking you to find your solid ground. Whatever energy that looks like for you, however you choose to rest in it, whatever allows you to find your power. This is talking, in the blurb, let me show you the back. In the blurb, it's talking about achieving balance And I think part of what's making you nervous is the fact that you feel off balance. I'm almost positive that you will, because you're Sagittarius, you are fire, all fire. Or I know a Sagittarius that is very close to having not almost all fire placements, but a lot of fire placements in their chart. And stability, I think this is your call, especially if we're talking about stability. This is your call to work on that. Because you can, like I just said, you are fire, like I just said. Don't you dare forget it. You got what it takes. I should also mention I have Sagittarius placements in my chart, so I can get feisty every now and again too. So for your second, orange agate. Okay, Sagittarius, you have a lot of energy. You have some vibrance. I just said you were fire. Here it is. You have warmth and color. You have light. You are a giver. You know, if someone crosses you wrong, yeah, you can burn them, but you have so much color and light and beauty to you that you have a lot to give. And if you can find your solid ground, if you can make things, you're going to make things happen either way. The trick is to get past your fear. And once you know how to do that for yourself, once you know what that energy looks like, you got it. You're going to do good. But don't forget your color and your vibrancy either. So that is the card for orange agate. And okay, Sagittarius, it's time to get into your tarot. So the first card we have is the Seven of Blades. And this is about, so very basically, the Seven of Blades, yes, I am reading that correctly. The Seven of Blades is about deception and someone, maybe this is you, maybe this is someone you know, someone is acting in the shadows, someone has done you dirty in the past and you're like, But maybe this is you, maybe this is you acting out of hand, but doing it in a way that is deceptive. I think the better way of putting that is you acting out of hand and you're trying to keep people from seeing it. Keep in mind that you will, if this card is resonating with you, you will answer for your actions, you will answer for your behavior. If this isn't you, this deceptive person is gonna answer for their actions as well. It depends. It depends on what this looks like. So don't keep your eye out and check your motivations if the deception energy is describing you at this time. So that is the Seven of Blades. The next card we have, oh, I love this card. This is the Pole Star. I adore that this card came up for you, Sagittarius, because you might be feeling lost. And, you know, we talked about this fearful, judgmental, pain, I need help energy. Boom, here we go. Here's your helpful energy. This card, and the reason I love this card so much is because it talks about being part of the universe. Ultimately, we're made of star stuff. All of us, not just you, Sagittarius, me, my father, my brother, my family, all of us in this beautiful planet are made of star stuff. And that is the connection we have to each other. We could be living in, I live in California, but someone could be living in India, in China, in Russia, in wherever you are, whoever you are. If you are seeing this and you are a Sagittarius, or if this energy resonates with you, we are connected by the fact that we are made of star stuff. The universe made you, Sagittarius. It made you perfect. It made you to be enough. And it made you to give light and hope. Made you to give light and hope. The universe made you. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. So that is the pole star. And Sagittarius, your final card is the Hanged Man. You might feel stuck. It's okay. This guy is hanging by his foot. Okay? He's hanging by his foot. He's stuck too. So this energy is not alone. It shouldn't make you feel alone, because everybody gets in these situations, right? He's chosen to surrender, and he's chosen to have patience, because that's all he really can do at this time, right? I'm glowing from that that other card. Don't forget who you are. Don't be afraid to surrender to the situation, because when you take the time out to reflect and to reflect, you're going to find that you have what it takes to get out of this situation. And you're already enough, so you're going to be okay. So that is the Hanged Man for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. I'm very, very honored that I could do that for you. Again, if you found that you resonated with this reading and you are not Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I'm really, really blessed to have been able to do this for you. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.